We're live with Skywalker Boxing Media. We got 86 Boxing in the house, Witherspoon Boxing and Fitness, Tim Witherspoon Jr., and Poppy Chunyeyo with the psychedelic background in the back.
Yes.
Salute to everybody. I like that backdrop, bro.
Hey,
yeah,
man.
for real. I'm just peeping that, yo. You took that trip and you ain't never come back.
Every time.
That's what's up.
Good to go.
Hey, we're doing an open panel tonight. Come up, keep your time kind of sparingly. We're going to let other people come up and cook, you know what I'm saying? But we had a big fight weekend, man. I'm sure everybody has something to say. We seen the face of boxing, one of the pound for pound's best, Canelo Alvarez, take on a young Edgar Berlanga. And it was a cool fight card. We also had the UFC doing their thing with the Sphere, which was its first time doing that. It was a big fight weekend. We had 60,000 fight fans in Las Vegas, Nevada yesterday. That whole city was filled with people that love combat sports. And if you guys were at the fight too, you want to come up and share your experience about Vegas, you're more than welcome. But how'd you guys enjoy the fights, guys?
Hey, it was good for me. I'm more impressed than not. Put it that way.
I enjoyed, what I saw. You guys know me. I'm always busy, so I don't catch every fight. But from what I saw, it was a really good competitive weekend. And I kind of already know what you guys are thinking on the boxing scene when I come here on the weekend. So I'm excited to see what some of the people that follow us have to say, and some different personalities and views. So I'm excited about today's show.
Oh yeah, certainly. Same here. I thought overall it was a pretty solid show, and some of the fights did surprise me in more ways than one, more than they did on paper at least. So big ups, Vegas. They know how to put on the show for sure.
Yeah. And that whole card, man, we could start. We want to start at the prelims, work our way up to Canelo, or do you want to start at the main event and work our way down?
Pick one. Let's go.
The Big Daddy.
We'll start with the main event, man. Work our way down, man. And we can always come back to Canelo because I'm sure people are going to call in and talk about Canelo. But Canelo and Berlanga, man, it went the distance. A lot of people were expecting Berlanga to get knocked out. He went the distance with Canelo. He did get dropped in the third round. A lot of people are saying that he put on a better performance than Jaime Munguia and Jermell Charlo. So that's a good thing, right? But hey, Canelo did his thing. He showed a lot of the haters, a lot of the criticizers, that the skills pay the bills, man. The guy definitely has the skills. You can hate him all you want. He's ducking Benavidez, or you can say whatever you want about Canelo, but he is a top-level athlete. He's one of the best in the sport, man, and it showed last night.
Yeah.
I mean, is anyone questioning that? I think that
some people do. Some people think he's on the decline.
Yeah, I mean, even if he was on a decline, you can't take that part of him. You can't take that away from him. I mean, look how long he's been doing this. But I think the real question is he really taking the chances that people want him to take at this point in his career? I think that is the question that people answered. Because, I think more now than ever, and I don't know if it's just me, but people are paying more attention to the pound for pound list. And that actually means something to a lot of fans now. So it's like, his legacy is already sealed.
I would agree. But look, I'm gonna play the antagonist for a moment. Don't get lulled to sleep, right? We got action in that fight, but let's not pretend like there wasn't like two totally different classes of boxers in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Berlanga, I feel like my man fell in love with the power, man. And I know that he was a fairly decent boxer in the amateurs and in his earlier career. But they fed my man some spam sandwiches with a whole bunch of preservatives on it, and he left the boxing behind, man. We need to see him be able to actually utilize his boxing skills versus trying to just sit there and throw power all the time. Ultimately, I said lull to sleep, right? What I mean by that is you're in, you maybe you want to see somebody lose so bad that you'll take any little threat that they could, a minimal threat, and make it okay with the fight. We need to see Canelo versus Benavidez, Canelo versus David Morrell, and those are the top guys in a division. He needs to fight those guys, and if he doesn't,
based off of eye test, because Morrell hasn't been in the game too long, as far as he had to get over here from Cuba and stuff.
Yeah.
And
but we want something that's we want a threat. We want a 50, something that you don't
right.
You got to flip a coin with. You know what I'm saying? And I know that maybe the talent is limited, but this is cherry picking, bro. Canelo's skills look great. I'm not taking nothing from him. He looked great that night, but he looked great against a person that's on a different class as far as boxing goes.
Right.
Now, you named a lot of names that were at a higher weight, but we know that there's that one person that's at a lower weight, back to the pound for pound list, that's chasing him. Now, if he decided to fight Terrence Crawford, would you give him that credit that we are all waiting for him to get? That's to you, Ernest. Is Terrence Crawford the kind of fighter that you want him to see, that you want to see him fight, so we can give him his flowers afterwards?
I gotta go with no on that.
Okay.
I don't think that there's the only benefit that Canelo would have with fighting Crawford and beating him is unfortunately the same thing that I believe has Canelo believing that he cemented his Hall of Fame future. I believe they're the same thing. And that is, when you go back and look at his record, you're not going to have the emotions or the experience tied with him ducking other fighters. What you're going to see is a high caliber quality opponent on his list, whether they was out of their prime or not. And that's what actually cements Canelo's list, because he fought the who's who.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't take that away from him. He fought the who's who. He only lost to who people consider to be like one of the greatest boxers ever.
Right.
And then Bevo at a weight that he ain't supposed to be fighting at. You know what I'm saying? So the dude's 5'7", right?
Deep breathe.
Right.
So,
Yeah, sure.
man, I don't know.
Hey, let's get Scooby on the panel.
Yeah,
man.
Scooby. Hey, brother, come on up, man. You can cook, man. We're all. It's all different opinions up here, brother. I enjoyed the performance last night. I thought Canelo kind of proved a lot of haters wrong last night, as far as the skill level still being on point, punches being powerful, sharp and crisp. I'm hyped. I enjoyed the Canelo fight last night. I mean, I'm sure there's always hate, man, when it comes to Canelo. But you're welcome to come up, bro.
The consensus a lot from people I talked to in the gym was that he carried Berlanga. I haven't watched the fight completely, but that was what I was told by people in the gym today.
Yeah, you can tell, man. He played with him, man. It was like he was playing with his food.
Yeah, my opinion, I thought Canelo looked good. Certainly for a good portion of the fight, and I wasn't overly impressed with Berlanga. I thought that he's supposed to be the puncher coming into this, or at least that's the bet he's made when he started with that 16-punch knockout streak, and that's what got him kind of that stardom or what he sought. But he was, for the most part, backing up the entire time. He was on the back foot. Canelo was visibly smaller, and Canelo was pressing forward. He was throwing punches. He was looping in those hooks, even throwing that Soviet hook that we used to see Triple G throw at times. And felt that I just didn't get enough from the younger, supposedly stronger Berlanga, who was in the biggest opportunity that he had here for the time. And given how the press conferences and all that went, I thought he was going to lay it on the line a bit more. So while he did look okay at points. I wasn't super impressed with him to the degree where I felt that he was there with Cotto or there with Canelo and kind of on that level by virtue of having taken the fight and gone through it now. But I think that he probably learned a good deal from the contest. I like to see him in there with a guy like Caleb Plant or something like that here next and see if that hunger is there for him, especially after reaching this state. It's good to get there, but can you maintain it? So this was the biggest fight ever. This might be the biggest fight he'll ever have right here. So what's next for him? Is he going to keep that mentality of wanting to be great?
Well, after them big paydays, sometimes it's hard. We seen our man that just he just drew with Anderson. I can't think of our Mexican heavyweight, the first Mexican. What's his name? Andy Ruiz.
Ruiz. Yeah.
We saw what happened with him after his big payday. Hopefully, as a young guy, this guy, can keep it up and do something else. But I want to go back to the carry part because I have a measurement, I guess to say, on how much he carried Berlanga, so I can know for someone who didn't watch the fight. Now, my measurement was it like Floyd Mayweather carrying Conor McGregor carrying, or was it like Floyd Mayweather kind of carrying Arturo Gatti, if you want to call that ass whooping a carry? Which one out of the two, or was it somewhere in the middle?
I'm gonna go Arturo. I'm gonna go Arturo.
Well,
I'm going there because there were some things that Canelo was doing to Berlanga, and Berlanga continually made the same. He kept making the same mistake, and when he feinted at him, he dropped his telephone hand. He dropped it like the feints was getting him. He didn't know whether the shots were coming or they was going up top or they was going to the body, and then Canelo would walk him into different spaces. And he just kind of controlled what happened when it would happen. Berlanga really had his hands in his pocket probably after around round 6 or so. You could hear the corner saying, punch him in the arms, right? So Canelo started punching his arms. And I don't think he could throw back, bro.
Right.
He gave it what he had, but I don't think he could throw back.
I think after 3, when he got that shot, for him to survive that shot, bro, that was Canelo was trying to put his ass out. 3,
it
bro.
Sounds like it was just Canelo took the opportunity to teach the young kid something.
Oh, he taught him a lot, bro. He got a lot.
Canelo's like, I let him survive.
Yeah.
I know a lot of lessons.
I'm not of the mindset that he carried him, though. I think that's just the kind of stage of where it's at for Canelo in terms of how he operates now. But I thought, I didn't think that he carried him. I would have liked to see Canelo press him a bit more when he had him super hurt like that. But that being said, I can understand where you're coming from or whatnot. And I wouldn't put it in the class of the Gotti and the other Mayweather contest you mentioned, because I thought he just thoroughly. Oh yeah, McGregor. Yeah, McGregor. He most certainly did. And then with Gotti, I thought that was a destruction. It was hard to carry him the way he was just carrying into Arturo Gatti right there. So I just think it was more so in a similar vein to his previous contest with Ryder in terms of Canelo had the moments, he had the opportunity where he thought, okay, he hurt him, he can potentially get him out of here, but we just didn't see that him step on the gas pedal in that way. So, just not as busy as we probably saw him in, 4 or 5 years from where we are now. So that's the way I kind of looked at it. But I can understand where someone's coming from, thinking that, okay, yeah, maybe he kind of just wanted to let him hang out in there or whatnot. But I thought it was more so Canelo's kind of state of mind, I guess you could say.
All right. Al Rahim, what's up?
Salute to the bros. What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
What's going on?
Sure.
What's going on with y'all?
Man, can we get the official pronunciation of is there in there somewhere? in
where?
your name. Is it Rahim?
No, it's Raheem.
Al-Rahim.
See,
Rahim.
I spell it like you say it, Rahim.
You spelling it phonetically.
Ah, I got it.
Yeah.
Understood.
Mhm.
What's up with y'all?
Say,
What's
We
up,
just
Rahim?
talking about that main event last night. You get a chance to catch it?
I was listening. I was driving and trying to watch it, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It was
man.
all
I'm
pieced
not supposed to
together.
Say that on here, man.
He's just playing, y'all. He wasn't really doing that.
Yeah.
He was using
Tell him what you were doing. Tell him what you were doing yesterday. He was there with Coach
Hold
Calvin
on.
Ford yesterday.
I was doing it. You know, I got an Xfinity app.
Yeah, hands free, baby. We hands free out here. For the record.
Hey, tell him you were chilling with Coach Calvin yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was in DC yesterday, man. I had a couple guys that wore Pro Se gloves for their pro debuts out of Upton Boxing. You had a kid, Malik Smalls, and another kid. His last name is Ash. I forget his first name, but their coach Rodney Hunt, he trains out of Upton Boxing. He reached out to me. I've been doing business with him for a while, but I made their gloves, and then I just happened to bring a couple extra pair just in case. And what wound up happening is like five fighters wore my gloves last night in DC.
Word.
Yeah, so it was good. It turned out good.
No, let me
You know,
ask-
of course, it was knockouts. You know, typical pro se ish.
That's dope. That is dope. I was gonna say, man, you should have let me know you were up here. I would have come through. I was this close to coming
I
to that
should have,
fight.
man. I was just running
I
my
was
mouth,
this close.
man.
Raheem is the black Tony Starks.
It was it was a good event though. It was a good event. It was a nice little venue.
Yeah.
On Georgia Avenue. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
How
Hook
does
Hall.
when you
Modern.
when you bring your gloves like that, does the commission just say, okay, these gloves are approved, they can use them if they want to
No,
use
well, what happened was the guys who were scheduled to wear them, they already had them. So the commission saw them yesterday and they got approved yesterday, whatever. But actually, you know, I had a guy, Josiah Giles, who's been on this platform before. He's fought in my gloves in DC, I think twice.
Mhm.
So they pretty much solidified there. But I just bought extra gloves just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because I know sometimes you gotta give the opponent the option to wear the same brand or whatever.
Right.
So I just grabbed a couple pair on my way out the door, and like I said, it turned out good because, you know, a couple other fighters actually wore them. You know, I heard some complaints about some other brands. You know,
Oh,
and,
here we go.
I'm not going to talk about that. But
Oh, man.
I'm not going to talk about.
Hey,
it.
so let's just be real here for a second.
Yeah.
Are we saying that the Pro Se brand is moving in towards the direction of trending on only winners rocking the gloves, or are we still doing the?
Well, Pro Se services everybody. You know,
Okay,
it
just want to
services
make sure we being true to our
But
our
you know,
motto. Our
I
motto.
mean, what tends to happen though when people wear Pro Se gloves, they tend to win by knockout.
Okay,
They got
That's
a
just
guy
what-
in Italy.
that's what the
Italy
numbers
sells
say.
his gloves for
All right.
about
That's
10 racks.
Yeah, that's what
You
the
get a
numbers say.
pair of what's his name? The guy from Italy that makes gloves. He's high, bro. He be charging like 10 racks for a pair of custom gloves or 5
What?
racks.
That's super rare.
No,
Yeah.
not super.
No,
rare.
no.
Oh,
The Italian guy. What's his name? The Godfather of boxing.
He said he got them Tyson horsehair gloves ones.
Bro, he's got the 4-leaf clover on his shit too, though. That's his logo.
I'll tell y'all a secret behind the scenes about all those. gloves.
Leonardo. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. No.
Is that really horsehair?
I don't know. I never.
think it's-
I don't have any horsehair gloves. All my gloves are high density foam, and I don't have any horsehair gloves.
I think that back in the day, right there.
No, people still make them.
Mm-hmm.
They still
where
make
you
them.
saw that commonly.
Still
Yeah.
make 'em. So what else is going on in boxing, fellas? Tim, I got a call last week.
Right.
I don't know if I don't know if it's okay to say.
Yeah, well, you know, I talked about it a little bit
Oh, okay.
last week about how I have a fight coming up October 25th.
Yeah.
In the Influencer Championship Boxing League.
Right.
And you know, that's it. Who else but the talk to but Pro Se Boxing?
No, but listen, who are you gonna punch on? Who are you fighting?
So
You're not an influencer, bro.
huh?
You're an ex-fighter.
Well, so this is the thing. they're gonna find another ex-fighter for me to fight.
Okay.
At first, they did have a guy who was gonna fight me named Malcolm Peck or Peak, I don't know his name, who looked like he had enough experience. You know, I reached out to this influencer league because somebody said they needed an opponent, and I'm like, I'm training, so what's going on? And everything was all good or whatever. So I'm like, okay, if they're gonna accept the fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm 10 years retired. You know what I mean? I'm coming out. But I guess the commission, this is the word that the commission got a hold. They didn't realize that I had a previous, you know, pro record. So now I got to find another professional fighter to fight, which is nothing to me. I'm ready to go anyway. We was trying to fight Rockman a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, Skywalker was telling me that.
Hey, we're gonna have to bring him on here and get the, you know, I ask some diabolical questions so we can get both of y'all up here.
Where's the fight supposed to take place at?
It's gonna be in Atlantic City at the hotel.
Atlantic City.
Yeah. I'm not.
That's cool.
So, I'm training every day. I'm preparing for this fight. Whoever
I've been seeing the miles and stuff. I see. I don't miss nothing.
I see. I know.
I don't miss nothing. I see the little shadow boxing in the park and you up to 4 miles now. I see what's going on.
Yeah, well, we passing that tomorrow. You're gonna see 5 miles. But anyway,
I see.
You know who else better to rep but Pro Se? I mean,
yeah.
Gloves on the show. Let's get your gloves on the show.
Now, did y'all determine what size gloves y'all gonna wear?
Yeah, they saying 12 ounces, 12-ounce gloves.
No heads. You know what we need, man? We need you to send us some boxing footage, man. Send us some training footage so we can put together like a promo for the fight.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Cinematic, I got you.
Yeah. That is cool.
So Skywalker, you going out of town next week or the week after?
I'm leaving Friday morning early.
Okay, you're gonna be on location, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave early. I should be getting there. I'm not gonna go for the weigh-in, man. I was hoping I could, but I gotta work, so I'll just be there for the fight night. I'm gonna try to grab some post-fight interviews. I got some new interview equipment, so hopefully I get some good content.
Right.
Yeah. And what do you guys think about the co-main, man? We got Danny Swift Garcia. Is this gonna be the end of Danny?
Shouldn't have been a GOAT co-main. That's what I thought.
I mean, what did you pick honestly? I just missed it. I picked KO10 for Lara.
I honestly didn't think Danny would get stopped, but when that fight started and I seen a couple rounds, he just wasn't there, man. I think he's done.
Yeah.
I think he's done.
He couldn't fire.
Yeah, I think he's done.
Laura is 41 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
But his reflexes are better than Danny's because you can't be out of the ring that long and get a championship fight. It just don't
That's
work.
something I want to ask y'all. What do y'all think about the inactivity of these fighters in the PBC?
I mean, their organization is not all the way together. I don't think they've done the right type of sort of business with Amazon in order to give their fighters the fights that they need as far as promotional things and like that go. They have to do some hard business to get Amazon to actually put some of that footage out there so that people can be aware of it.
Yeah, man, because you got to think a lot of people have been on the shelf. Yeah, PBC. A lot of fighters, man.
They got to do better, man.
Yeah,
many.
Didn't one of the Charlos just have an accident, a drunk driving accident?
Yeah. The Charlos are out of there, both of them.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think that's a problem they've had. And one thing that I had realized months ago, I saw someone else pointed out was, of course, if you look at their schedule, go by PBC site and everything, there's usually nothing on there. So I think a lot of it is just happening. You know, this was their big event. I guess this is the second one. We can say they've had two big ones this year, the first Amazon version and then this pay-per-view by virtue of Canelo, you know, so they had a lot of fighters that they crunched in on there. But surely, you know, I think, yeah, just kind of how it's laid out or how they go about who they choose to put in certain spots is very interesting in terms of how Danny Garcia was in a 160-pound title fight with Erislandy Lara, but that being said, he never fought at 160.
Right.
And his last fight was at 154, and that was his first time fighting at 154. You got to think that PBC has some others. I can't remember if Carlos Adames is with them, but he's highly regarded.
Yeah. Could have fed him Keith Thurman. Where you at one time?
Yeah, they could have rematched that at 154.
Yeah, he should have got his feet wet. That Lara is he's on a different skill level as far as footwork than any of the left-handers that Danny fought. I think Lara would give Earl Spence a run for his money too, man. To be honest,
I can see that.
Oh yeah, for this day,
it'd be a hell of a fight, man. Because Lara, them skills, I don't know. Tim, let me ask you, what would go first? Your skills with your footwork, or your ability to execute the footwork skills, or power?
Definitely your
power is last.
Definitely your footwork, your reflexes, and you could see it last night in Danny, where his mind was. You could see he wanted to do stuff, but his body just wouldn't let him. And it's something that he probably could have worked on and gradually got back a little bit, but you're not going to do that on a world championship level after so many years out. It's just not possible. I don't know. If we had some historians here, maybe I think Sugar Ray Leonard might have been someone who did it, took like 2 years off and then came back. And
Fort Hagler, right?
Yeah. But it's very unlikely that someone, especially in those lower weights, will be able to get those reflexes back after that a long amount of time, not underneath the lights.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I'd agree right there. And that's the thing that, historically speaking, also you usually see slip as well. And once that movement is gone, really, if you have to have that ability to be a fighter who has sort of an inside game or where you can do things in a closer range or whatnot. And Danny Garcia, his best days were probably 140 pounds, where he could crank that left or right hook there, with his head down almost and knock out some guys. But as he moved up in weight, of course, the guy's a little bit bigger, stronger, faster in some regards, depending on who you're going up against. Yeah, he just didn't have that other stuff to be able to make up for it.
You got to think about it too. Like a long time off, you're not really building up that testosterone like you usually do, being active all the time, all day. So of course your muscles ain't going fire the way that they used to fire. And he's in between that age frame, 35 to 40. It's hard to make that excuse for him when you got Lara, but Lara is active. He's working on that. So more than the weight, more than that, it's the inactivity and the chance to work on those reflexes and build the chemicals in his body he needs to deliver the kind of performance on that level.
Danny had a good career though. He had a good career. He had a good career.
Yeah, very.
But you know what?
Is Danny though? Is he gonna retire? You think this is a retiring point?
I never understood.
He said he didn't know.
That was a jab he got knocked down with, though, man.
Right. Wasn't full force either, really.
Yeah.
I never understood how he got the nickname Swift. Because he's not a fast fighter to me.
Yeah, not for being Swift.
Yeah,
for sure.
Damn, y'all cooking the boy. He might have been real fast in the amateurs. You feel me?
That's my man. I used to spar him. He used to beat me up. You know what I mean? That's my man.
Yeah.
We trained in the same gym for years. But every fighter comes to that point. I mean, unfortunately, that is God. I'm proud of him for doing what he's done. He had a hell of a career. He's done, and people forget, Danny was in fights, and almost every fight Danny was in, people were counting him out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He was the underdog a lot. Yeah,
and he would come back and find a way to win.
Yeah.
So
You had that with Amir Khan and what's my other man name? What about Morales?
Morales, yeah. And that's
even Matisse, right?
Yep,
Right.
that was a big one for him right there because a lot of people
Yeah.
thought Matisse was gonna come in
Knock
there
him
and
out.
stop him.
Right.
Man, Danny Garcia's dad, I used to follow him just to listen to some of the stuff his pops said.
Yes,
bro.
the Birdman.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm giving him LD like Tyrone." I was like, "Yo, man, please stop, man. All right."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know Angel personally too, and he, I don't know what that persona is, but he's a good guy, man.
yeah.
He has the best advice anybody's ever given me.
He's funny, man.
Yeah, but he's definitely a character.
oh yeah, certainly. So yeah, and I think it's probably in terms of with Garcia, just kind of not being fully there at some of those higher weights is probably not ideal. And I wanted to get what people thought in terms of Laura. 160 is pretty much wide open at this point. It was a bit more competitive a few years ago, but it's very wide open. Laura, I think I heard he's the oldest champion right
in
now
boxing.
in boxing.
Yeah.
At 41 or whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see what's next for him,
But what other good middleweights are out right now?
Carlos Adames, and there's one other one. Is Janovic, but he didn't make his weight last time, so I don't know where he stands either, really. But Adames, he's Dominican, and he a lot of people were touting him. He's had some pretty solid performances, but yeah, it's just a matter of it's pretty much wide open from there as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
guys, remember. Get into the chat if you guys want to come up on the panel and talk with. Don't be shy. It's an open panel today, so just pop on.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of interviews, so we said we want to hear from the audience, man. We're trying to pay attention to you guys. I want to shout out everybody coming in: Rodolfo Rivera, Esoteric Fitness. We got Rasclot, the chef, Stephen Falco. Thank you guys for coming in. Jose Diaz. Appreciate you guys. Caesar G. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a show, man. Edgar Chavez. I haven't been recognizing you guys lately because we've been busy with interviews. But we know that you guys are there, man. We appreciate you. Gray Fox, Champ Ross, everybody, man. If I didn't shout you out, much love, though. D Free, Tay, everybody. Scooby, if you're still out there, bro, you can come up, too.
Yeah, because Scooby mad. I think he thought Ernest.
He's mad at Ernest. He's called Canelo a cherry picker.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I also predicted that he would fight who he fought when he fought him a long time before he did it, because you see the weakness in fighters, man. You watch them fight a good fight and you see some holes in their game, and you watch another fighter and you don't see those same holes. And then you watch another fighter, they look amazing. And out of those three, he's gonna fight the person that has the holes.
Yeah.
That formula, it works. I said it before. There's 190 million Mexicans. That's plenty enough for him.
I felt proud this weekend, bro. And
it's plenty enough for him to keep
here, bro.
You feel me?
Crazy weekend.
Was he was in Dolce & Gabbana, right?
I mean, my boy
that's a big sponsor, my guy. He's getting the bag.
Oh yeah, most certainly. He is. Since we're on that same thing, I did want to see what the thoughts were on another Philly fighter, Stephen Fulton, moving up to 126, and he got hurt a few times in that contest. And when he got knocked down, man, I thought dude was about to get him out of there, but he was able to have his wits to do what he needed to do, hold on, and then stay out the way, all that good stuff, kind of dip out. But I wanted to get thoughts on that. Certainly, Tim, I know another Philly fighter right there, but I thought he looked good in all of his fights prior, for the most part, outside of course, what happened with Inoue. But now he's up a division.
Yeah, well, I was kind of scared when he got, dropped, because I'm thinking about his Inoue fight. You know what I mean? I'm hoping, that wasn't the effects of, wear and tear. I'm so happy that he could get up and get his faculties together and bang back and win. He's another hometown guy, another guy that I seen. He was like a young amateur coming up when I was already pro and everything, watching him. So to see him, do it again, it was a great thing for me to witness, man. It was great. And do it off the canvas. I mean, you don't want to go on the canvas, but that shows that Philly heart, you know what I mean?
Certainly, yeah, props in that regard for sure. Because some guy, especially coming off a fight, and he had a little bit of layoff still as well. So I'd imagine some of that probably factored in.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, but Canelo, I think Canelo looked better than he did this fight than his last fight. Even though he still looked good, I think this fight, his punches look sharp, bro. Them hooks look.
I saw the hook when he dropped Berlanga though.
Oh, that shit was pretty, bro.
He was setting him up all night, man.
He just kept.
That's why that's why I say
he didn't get the stoppage, but he looked good.
That's why when Tim said that, that's why I think that Canelo really carried him, because I felt like he was just teaching him lessons all over and over, and Berlanga didn't make the adjustments, and he kept getting caught with the same stuff. And I honestly, man, I'm disappointed in the boxing aspect. If Berlanga was gonna go backwards, he should have used his feet and did angles and used his boxing skills to land some of his hard shots. He didn't go to the body at all, man. It's like, bro, why aren't you put Canelo on his back foot? You saw you got results. I think he won the exchanges when they fought. When they got into it and they was just fighting, I felt like Berlanga was winning those exchanges. And, I didn't see enough of that.
I think it's interesting for him, kind of how we were mentioning him earlier, after he fought that, I know his last name was Abreu. I believe he's Colombian or Venezuelan or whatever. After that fight, it's like they took him back to the lab to work on things because he was out for like a year plus after that fight. And they were supposed to be working on his game at that particular point. So it makes it interesting in terms of, okay, how he looked in this fight and some of the things you pointed out. And as I was saying, moving forward, like, okay, what is next? Is he going back to the lab or is he good?
He got heart. I tell you that one damn thing. He didn't give up. He didn't quit, and he came to fight. And you could tell that.
Yeah, Rascal said, he says, what I saw from Berlanga, his hands are actually fast, but he doesn't know how to use them off the back foot. Canelo has no respect for Berlanga power, which may be overrated.
Man, I'm going to tell you something I saw. Listen, at one point in the fight, Berlanga, he leaned over his lead knee, and he looked down and up through Canelo's armpit. He did that like 3 times, bro. You ain't no great boxer. You to be able to do that and be looking up at Canelo like that and not get hit, you got some skills, bro.
Right.
And maybe he didn't feel comfortable with him. Maybe he didn't have the courage to go and try to do some of the stuff that he's done before. But
hey, we haven't even cooked on Plant and McCumbie yet, bro. And that fight
we got there.
We haven't got to that yet. We haven't even touched that fight. That fight should have been the co-main, I think, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. No, that would have been ideal right there. But real quick, I just want to ask one thing. Maybe this is the last thing for the Canelo Berlanga one. Well, I want to get your thoughts, especially Tim as a fighter. Do you think it was the fact that this first round knockout, 16 straight first round knockouts, and then that hype that came with it was kind of the issue right there? One of the things that might be plaguing him as far as why we haven't seen that development?
Well, that's crazy because that's what I was thinking in my head. I was going to ask you guys on the panel, like, did it seem like the occasion affected them at all? Because I told you guys I only saw the highlights. I didn't get to see the whole fight. But could it be the difference between him fighting somebody else or fighting Canelo? Was that a factor in his behavior? Can he come off of this and do what Canelo did when he fought Mayweather and take off? Is that something that we see in him? I can't answer that question because I didn't sit down and watch the fight completely. But that's the questions that you guys should be asking. Is this something where he can be better from, or is it something where he missed his opportunity?
Yeah, that's a good question. And
Hey, I'm going with better. Just like in the Caleb Plant fight, Caleb was doing a lot of the lessons that he got from Canelo. He transferred those lessons to that guy that he fought. It took him, we'll get to that, but it took him to do what he did. But he actually was using some of the things that he learned in the Canelo fight, and I think that Berlanga will also take something from it and improve upon whatever it is that he does.
You hope so. And you guys want to see him do it against Plant.
Yeah.
One loss
That'd be ideal.
That'd be a good fight.
We could feed him to Munguia. We could feed him to Mbili. We could, man, there's some good fights to be made.
There's good fights right now in the super middleweight division without even Canelo having to fight any of them. So
they could easily do a tournament and make that get that division cracking.
There's a lot of main events fights, man.
We've had a 168-pound tournament before. Let's get it again.
They should do that. Canelo should make that a point. If Canelo says you have to be deserving to fight for undisputed, why not make it a tournament? That's a great idea, bro. And why not team up with Turkey Al-Sheikh, bro, with the money for it, right?
Benavidez has already won that tournament. That's why he was the number one ranked that he gave force of the fight.
True.
Yeah.
Benavidez won that tournament. He beat everybody that would be in the tournament except for Mbili.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to this McCumbie and Plant, man, and McCumbie looking like Joe Dirt, man. He trains with my bro Adam Stewart, bro. They're redneck, bro. They love the outdoors. They're like me, bro. They like to go fishing. They love the outdoors, man. They swim in fucking icy lakes and they train hard, bro. They train like military hard, bro. McCumbie's tough. I already knew he was tough, bro. Like, I already knew about McCumbie, bro, and Champ Ross knew about him too. And man, I think he's got a lot of new fans, bro. I gotta give that guy some respect. Plant whooped his ass, though. I mean, was whooping his ass, but man, he was fucking up Plant too, bro. He had a good knockdown. He had an arm shot. I don't know if you've seen the arm knockdown that he hit him with. That shit was hard, bro. Yeah, talk about a Charlie horse, bro. Yeah. Have you ever punched anybody in the arm like that, Tim, and knocked him down from a punch in the arm like that?
Nah, I think that it was more of his feet.
Feet
were off balance. Yeah, I think that, I've punched people and they've tripped. Even if you punch them in the head, that it's their feet that were tripped up. I think that he was a little bit off balance. I watched closely, though, the way he landed, and he's lucky because his jab arm kind of went behind him a little bit, and that could have caused a major, injury in the shoulder or whatever, and we could be talking about something totally different today. So I'm glad that he was able to slip and then get back up, and then it was just all foot placement, but a little bit of that, to me, was a little bit of what we were talking about with Danny. I was worried about, like, he was a little bit at sometimes not the same Caleb Plant that we used to see. So I think that little bit of tripping up might, I hope I'm wrong, but that might be a little bit of signs of stuff to come.
On the judging scorecards, they had McCumbie up by 2 points, man, on the scorecards.
He was winning. Yeah, I mean, he knocked my man down like 3 times. Listen, Caleb Plant is invited to the cookout. All right, he's invited to the cookout. But we gotta give McCumbie some credit, man. Them boys, there's 2 types of mullets, right? You got the mullet that is wild and unkept. But when occasionally you're going to find somebody that got the mullet and the fade on it is real tight. Right? Them the ones you got to watch out for because they secretly got the sauce. And my man's rhythm, it was off. It was real weird. I think it took him the 4 or 5 rounds of taking the punches to figure out the timing and where it was coming from. because he went to work on him in a weird, awkward way, the same way that dude from what's the name of that place? Ireland. That Ireland kid that just fought back here, and we thought he won with that weird rhythm. That weird rhythm got it got him. But I rock with Caleb Plant, man. He's an incredible boxer. The way that he made that adjustment and went to switching, it was like, okay, all right, you're not really in the league now. Let's go. He
It was entertaining. Yeah, that was probably one of the more entertaining ones. Just some of the back and forth that was going on. I give him a company props. The stage wasn't too big for him for sure, so you could see that he had the bravado and everything.
Yeah,
man, y'all better go start sparring people in the hollers. Them boys got a different rhythm out there. Coal miner kids.
Yo, for real.
yeah.
No ditch diggers and shit.
Good.
Who said ditch diggers?
I said that because that's not for nothing. Them old time fighters, they chop wood. They did farm work. You know what I mean? Push the wheelbarrow, fetch water. Like that was their workouts. These dudes ain't too far off of that.
Yeah,
right.
Mountain life is hard.
That is some true stuff. And I wonder, if Berlanga goes back, sees that performance, and like, okay, maybe I can hurt Caleb Plant myself, since they got the back and forth already, and he's got to get EdgarBerlanga.com back.
I showed my wife that. She was like, "Oh, he petty." I was like, "That's the second one he claimed. We need more of that in boxing. That is the news line unto itself."
What happened? What happened with that?
So, man, he petty, bro. He had CaneloAlvarez.com. If you go to CaneloAlvarez.com, you be on CalebPlant.com shopping for his merch. He did the same thing with Edgar Berlanga.
He bought the domains.
Man, he bought the name up because he think he gonna fight him.
I like that. I like that.
That's good.
That's hilarious.
Shout out, Familia. Quick salute.
I actually like that.
I told you, if I was a professional boxer, I wouldn't have no nickname. Whoever I beat, I'm taking a nickname. They get it back until they come get it back. You feel me? Like that would be my
that.
We skipped another important fight, bro. We didn't talk about Rolly Romero.
How is that important?
Former champion.
Important,
man.
2-time champ, right?
No, one time he didn't. He lost to Tank at 135.
I thought he got
lost.
Did he have 140 belt?
That was the worst fight on the card, actually.
He just
won
gave
the
the
belt against
140 belt.
Rosso, remember?
Yeah, he just gave that 140 belt to
Cruz.
To Isak.
Pitbull. Yeah, but I thought that was the worst fight on the card right there. I was expecting to see something.
Right,
Sign up for KOs. That's his nickname right there, or his Twitter name.
When I was doing my research, that was the only fight that stopped in the middle of the video. It didn't even let me see no more.
That was on purpose.
I didn't even see the outcome.
Well, you didn't miss much, really. It was a wide decision in favor of Romero, but I don't think many people agreed with that for sure.
Man, if I get to cooking on that, we need some audience members to participate in.
So I guess with the Rolly fight, that fight was they said it was close too though, huh? With the scorecards, I didn't.
Yeah, the scorecards were wide, but the fight was close.
Fight was close, right?
For what it's worth, but the scorecards they had it wide, like only gave Odu like one round on at least I think about two of the cards, and maybe 2 rounds on one or something like that. It's just crazy.
So who's at 135 right now that is trying to make a name for themselves? So if they go up to 140 and magically knock off Rolly Romero, that they will be legitimized. So who could possibly be making a move like that?
The guy I think about is William Zepeda. I would like to see him do his thing, but I feel like
Shakur
135 for him.
Shakur said when he comes off the injury, he's fighting Zepeda in February.
Okay, I like that fight right there.
Muratalla, bro, would be a good 135 going up to 140. He's been fighting 135.
Oh yeah, I like Muratalla.
Yeah, Raymond Muratalla. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Shakur Zepeda, that would be pretty dope right there. I know that was one that was some chatter about it here.
They need, you know who they need to make? They need to make Rolly and Gary Antoine Russell.
Yeah, they're at 140. Yeah.
Or Austin Williams, right? Kid Austin Schofield, I mean, not Williams. Kid Austin.
Yeah. Oh, Kid Austin. Yeah, he's 135. Yeah.
He's hungry for a shot, bro. He's calling out Tank. He's calling out everybody, bro.
I want to see him against Keyshawn Davis.
He's a big kid. He got muscle. It looks like he's gonna move up to 140 soon.
Remy, why don't you come on air?
Yeah, Remy, come on, brother.
For a second.
Yeah, man, don't be scared, bro.
Well, that's my boy. I ain't talked to him in a long time.
That's my brother. He's been on the panel before back in the day. He has problems with
Remy, what's good?
What up, my brother?
Who do you, Remy?
So, yo, what does it mean when I get a little thumbs up in my box?
I think it's a feature. Like if you do this or something, sometimes I guess you got to do it a certain way. It'll catch it and throw a little thumbs up there, or maybe Facebook. It might be a Facebook thing. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's what it is.
You got a like on Facebook, probably through.
Because I've seen it pop up for you before.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on here?
Mike doesn't work.
Mike don't work, man.
Oh,
okay. Remy, Mike doesn't work. Okay.
So is David Benavidez? Can he make 168?
I think for Canelo he can.
Right. He'll definitely do it.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll try it.
Yeah.
and we need one person to hit that link tonight, man, for 10. The link's in the chat.
I was listening after the thing. Canelo didn't mention a name, if I recall correct. I thought dude was going to ask him about somebody like Benavidez, but I don't think a name was mentioned in terms of what's next for Canelo.
They were in a hurry to mention Crawford's name. He said, no comment. That's what he said when asked about Crawford.
Do y'all think Terrence Crawford could beat Canelo?
I don't think so at 168. I just think that's too much of a jump. But historically speaking, things like this have happened before. But I think more oftentimes than not, if you're jumping up a good deal of weight classes, especially this would be 2, assuming it's at 168. And technically you could say 3, considering he just had his first fight at 154. I think that's a massive jump to scale right there. If you're going up against a more basic pedestrian fighter or a fighter who is not necessarily that A-level fighter, then you have a better chance. But I just don't see it with Canelo at 168. But that's just me.
Lightweight.
Isn't the rumor though that Crawford walks around like 180, 170?
I've seen him in person.
Yeah. And
all right, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Crawford could do it. And my logic behind that is if Amir Khan didn't box the shit out my man for 6 rounds, Amir Khan was touching him up, right? He was touching him up nasty. It was fast. It was nasty. The movement was great. Amir Khan got greedy. Night. That's it, right? So honestly, I think Bud has superior conditioning and stamina. If he could keep up what it is that he does for 12 rounds, I think he makes Canelo look a little bit better than he did against Mayweather.
No, you never know. Yeah, yeah. I just think about the jump, but hey, you never know for sure. I do think that right now, or at least thinking about it from where they are at this stage, yeah, if they were the same weight, I would certainly go with Crawford. But
Canelo got 6 fights on his resume where somebody that came up 2 weight classes or 3.
And I'm going to step in and say that you both are right.
Right. I agree with both. Right.
You both are right because you're saying 2 different things. If I'm correct, Ernest, you're talking about the 2 styles of the fighters. And Josh, you're talking about the physicality, the same, the weight. And I agree with both of you. I think that Crawford has a chance to outbox him, maybe use his switch stance to keep Canelo on his toes. The only thing that worries me about Crawford is that he is a big arm blocker. He likes to take some punches and block. You'll block him. Sometimes he gets caught when he does that. Canelo, you're gonna have to use a little bit more movement, a little bit more head movement, and not because he's gonna be stronger. Now, to Josh's point, the jump is unheard of. Really, you've heard of it, but this is to go up to fight somebody at 168 when you were down just a fight ago, 2 fights ago at 147.
Right.
That is a big jump. My final thing is, if anybody could do it, is Crawford. Do I at the end of the day, I pick Crawford from Earl Spence on. But this one, right now, today, I'm going to have to go with Canelo. Today.
That's like no disrespect to Bud either. I understand.
No way.
Yeah, it's like
I like him more. I like Crawford more.
If they were equal size, and you're looking at their skill sets, who would win?
And there's a reason that Crawford is pound for pound number 1, and both of them are fighting at the same time in history.
Yeah.
If that's the measuring stick that we're using,
but that's subjective, though.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
All
very
stuff is subjective. Every piece of it is. People could make a case for it either way.
That wasn't a regular guy with 10 fights, though. The guy Crawford just fought last.
Yeah, not even close to being regular.
No, that was
he was a monster.
Yeah.
He's like McCumbee, somebody you don't know about, but when they was listing off McCumbie's accolades, man, you might have got tired sitting there listening to them list off all the championships and the Golden Gloves and stuff that he won in amateur. The boy is nice, man, and his mullet, it got a fade on it.
You can sell.
No doubt about that. Yeah.
Man, he played that Trump card hard, boy. I never seen a Trump supporter have a fade that was that cold. Never.
Well, I want to know what the people that are tuning in, what they think. If they can just write in who they think, Canelo or Crawford. Who are you guys picking?
Shoot, Raheem. And what y'all got? We need y'all opinion too.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
Pro se. Who gets to get their hand raised with the pro se gloves at the end of the fight?
He said he picking whoever ran his gloves.
Well, first of all, you got to understand, me and Canelo, we're rivals to a degree. He got his own brand, Boxing for Life, right? Okay. No boxing, no life. That's what it is. So I'm going with Crawford. Okay. In pro se gloves. I know he usually wear Everlast, but we're gonna put him in some pro ses. I'm going with Crawford.
Yeah.
I'm going with Crawford. I'm going with Crawford on a unanimous. No, I'm going on a split decision. Crawford.
Okay. Rosclot said Canelo easy.
Right.
He's thinking about that jump.
Canelo gotta have the best. I mean, you gotta say he got one of the best chins in the history of boxing, bro.
That's a fact.
You gotta get that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Crawford stopping him.
No way.
He got animanium in his neck. You got that stuff that Wolverine that's attached to Wolverine body.
But you know what? Canelo has great upper body movement, head movement. But what about his feet?
I mean, he has good. He has. When he's stalking an opponent, is kind of some of the best times I like seeing him, because the way he cuts off the ring and his rhythm just is so nice to watch. I remember when him and Caleb Plant were talking to each other when they were both had that cadence when Canelo was stalking them back and forth. he has a good foundation at the bottom, but Crawford also has just a tricky style, both sides, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
an interesting fight.
Yeah, but because you
Yeah.
can't say though is style versus style because it's weight versus weight, style versus it's so many different dimensions to that.
And one thing I think about Bud is he's a strong dude. Like
Yeah.
he's strong.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know it's different in the ring, but just generally speaking, he's a strong guy, especially for his size. It'll be a good fight.
Dion says he got Canelo, but he's a big fan of Crawford, but Canelo's too big for him.
Canelo certainly acclimated to the weight. I mean, he's been operating at 168 now for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years or somewhere in there at least.
But I'm still banking on that 5'7" height.
Oh yeah, that is true though.
They about the same size.
Yeah.
So, even
might have a longer reach.
We acting like somebody has put footwork on Canelo. He don't fight people. Caleb Plant was about as close as we got. It seems like when people get in the ring with Canelo, they're more of they're a fan of the event. Like you can't be a fan of the event that you're partaking in. You got to go and handle business and realize the fandom thing at another point.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? So, no, man.
It's like they just did it, like enjoy the
experience. If you get a fight with Canelo, bro, that's you're part of legacy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but who the fuck wants to be part of legacy?
Those guys are looking at it like, yo, I just lost to one of the best in the game. So of course, that's how they get starstruck at the end, bro. I mean, it's
a ready to die for it, man.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man. Hey, I'm trying to get you up out of here.
They want to give Canelo a hug and shit. After
now we know Crawford. Crawford is not going to be like that if he get in there. He's not going to be like that. He going to try to win.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got that. He got that. He switched.
He got that attitude about him.
He has that gene that switched on.
Hey, man, Canelo be selling the show to everybody, bro. Like they sold the show on this one. Yeah, but right after the fight, bro, fucking Berlanga was hugging him, man, rushing him, embracing him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He was feeding him the warm milk bottle. You know what I'm saying? It was nourishment.
So before I get out of here, man, did you see that sphere?
Oh, amazing!
That was crazy. Man, that UFC card, the way that it looked, I'm scared to go watch something there.
You should be.
It's too much. It's too much.
It's interesting for sure. I thought it was pretty dope, their production just from an overall standpoint, and just seeing that it really puts the size in perspective when they were doing those shots from up above or whatever. It's like, wow.
They say you got to step over a voodoo doll to get in the door.
It's interesting, but I caught kind of a good portion of that as well. I thought it was well put together for sure. Imagine living next to that spear though. You at night, you trying to lay down, go to sleep.
Ain't that what they say about Vegas? Ain't that the city that doesn't sleep?
That's true. It's
not about New York.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So Vegas is okay. Well, the people that started Vegas are from New York, so technically they took the party out west.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
They said the UFC lost millions, but you know what? They have 40,000 people in there with an average ticket price of $700. That's like $30 million bucks, man. 28 million. So, for them to make that, I mean, but I guess it costs a lot, bro, for the electricity to run all that shit, bro. Like you're paying people to design all this shit. That shit ain't cheap. So
the rumor I got, the production being 20 million, somewhere in that range to put it on.
But look, ticket sales, they made 28 shit, and then you got to think that doesn't include concessions. You know what I'm saying? You got parking or if they have their own parking there, all that makes a lot of money.
Sponsorship money, man. Advertising.
Yeah. I'm sure they made money, but it probably cost them a lot more millions for this production compared to others.
We'll probably cut it down after this. But look, I'm out of here, fellas. It's been a good week. I enjoyed the show. Pro Se, you'll be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Let me know when you driving through again. You definitely didn't let me know.
Oh, look, no. You know what? You got to send me your information. I got to send your son some stuff, bro.
Yeah, well, when we get off, I got you.
Yeah, just text me an address.
He's fighting in Newark, November 23rd.
Amateur, right?
Yeah, amateur.
He's what, 140?
He's fighting at 147, but we teetering on going down to 140.
Okay. All right.
I talked to him the other day, Tim. He's proud, man, of his job, bro. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 17. He's a senior in high school, and he just got a job with his school district. He's gonna start being a janitor at his old elementary school.
Oh, that's dope.
That's awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we trying to start him off. At least, he can have something to do while he tries to pursue a career in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As a father, I'm trying to do things a little bit different. I dropped out of school to be a boxer. I want him to go to school to be a boxer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where we at. We'll be up in Newark November 23rd.
But send me an address. I got some amateur uniforms around here somewhere.
Sure.
I know you're gonna be up. You're gonna be up somewhere. You about 7 hours. You got 5 miles to do, don't you?
Yup. Now what I gotta do? I teach a class first, and then I go do my miles.
Yeah, you got some miles to get that road work, baby.
Get it in. I'm at the point right now where I'm liking it. I'm loving the miles. You know.
Okay.
I get out there before I know it. The 5 miles will be over.
Man, can I get some footage of you going up the Rocky stairs, bro?
I'm not doing that.
If you from Philly, you ain't trying to do that.
What if you go down?
Go the Rocky stairs. Yeah, play the music with it, bro.
We'll put the song in reverse if you just go down the stairs. You feel?
Turk Al-Sheikh gonna have to give me some dollars for that one.
I done been in his DM so much.
Man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get
I give it a shot. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You need an IG influencer girl that you can. That's she's perishable, so you can send her to go.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think.
Bad.
We ain't got no expendable IG girls that like.
Those cost money, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
Right, they trying to get a bag.
Remy's the guy. Remy's the one. Remy got him, bro. No,
Remy do it. Yeah, Remy do that.
Remy's the connection for that. He got models, bro.
Hey.
Good night, everybody.
All right, brother.
All right, there,
send me the address, Tim.
I got you.
All right.
Tell him, Rodolfo, gotta get that check mark, man.
Your girl with that blue check mark.
No, yeah. Fly up in there.
He said, "Do you have any girls that
Raheem has worked with some of them blue check mark girls before.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta be willing to be okay with not getting her back.
Well, I don't own anyone. I don't own anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to get on the yachts?
Yeah.
There's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn on my OnlyFans.
See, I'm the type that say, yeah, go ahead over there and make sure you take this picture with this Pro Se stuff when you're on the yacht. You know what I'm
right. Like, go ahead.
It's a business, right? That's why.
Look.
Players remorse.
Oh, snap.
Players remorse.
Man, you telling too much, man.
No, this is out. This is public.
Oh,
this is on Amazon. This was #1 on Amazon when I put it out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's your book, Raheem? Shit.
Yeah.
I thought you're reading a book, bro, called Players Remorse. That's your book. All right.
No, yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
It's short, though. It's only like 15, 20 minutes. It's a short read. I wrote it in my iPhone and put it out a couple years ago.
You want to give us an overview or what? I mean, can we get a commercial? A preview, if you will.
A what?
Players remorse.
Yeah,
We
give us
players are
what do they call that?
Are we talking about some pretty tone? We talking about
Well,
some
no,
pretty Tony type stuff?
listen, it's a mature, self-reflective account of some of my experiences.
Are we talking about pimping or are we talking about
No. Pimping is illegal.
Andre, you going to the extreme. Like,
Yeah, pimping is illegal. No.
Hey man, I heard somebody do a funny joke at the it was like a McDonald's drive-through. He said, "Hey man, there's a prostitute out here soliciting sex for a bacon and cheeseburger with no lettuce, add pickles." And then she says, "Okay, I'll let my manager know." And he says, "Okay, I'll have a bacon cheeseburger with no lettuce, add pickles."
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Hey yo, what's up with Bruce Gas? I see he live too.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Oh, I thought he was on the show. What?
Bruce over there, you know, he's doing his thing.
Listen, Bruce Gas he was a part of the show. I don't know. I mean,
he still is a part of the show, right?
Yeah, all you gotta do is come over and
hit the link. Yeah.
Bruce. Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Everybody got their medical cards. We good.
No, look, I didn't like. I've seen Bruce before in like snippets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Leon is the one who introduced me to Bruce. Leon Muhammad, right? So I'm watching one day. I'm watching. So one day I got on there. It was me, Tim Witherspoon, Leon, and Bruce. So we're talking, whatever. Everything's cool. Then I just seen him bring up this apparatus, and I mean, he went in. I was like, I wasn't ready, bro. I didn't know. Huh?
I've done some interviews with Bruce in the past, bro, and he'll whip out the bong and shit, bro.
Yo, I'm talking about
that motherfucker.
Right during the interview, you hear the bubbles and shit.
Listen, see, this is the thing, right? I'm from Newark, New Jersey, right? I'm from the ghetto, right? When I see people do stuff like that, I don't think of bong.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, wow.
That glass.
Bong is the best, bro.
Industrial strength crack pipe.
Yeah, I like Bruce though. I do like him.
This is the incognito.
Yeah,
incognito professional.
I mean, I was like, is he serious right now?
Yeah, I used to do the same shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like the bong. I broke my bong. That's why I haven't had it.
Yeah, but I just was. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He had the jazz music playing. You know what I'm saying?
Dabbing apparatus.
I'm being more professional lately. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, look at you, Skywalker Boxing Media now.
About a year ago,
you just switched from Boxeo to Boxing Media.
Well, they took regular boxing. I had almost 10,000 subscribers, bro. I had a good channel before I hooked up with you, man. And Spence Crawford fight messed that up. The commentary, bro. I got a copyright. Shut my channel down. I was
you a line pusher.
Right? Yeah. You gotta watch that.
Yeah, so now I'm taking it easy, bro. I've been changing. I'm doing more media. That's why I changed my name to media.
Yeah,
I'll be at the Munguia fight, covering the Top Rank event Friday. So I'll be getting some good interviews.
Nice.
Got the hotel there. Everything's lined up. It'll be my second fight covering.
You gotta get Ernest out in the field, man.
Oh, I'm out here.
Yeah, no, he is. He attended. We all attended Top Rank fights. 86 is always in the field too, but
I know 86. Yeah,
they went. You guys all.
I seen him at a fight.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh yeah, got the resident.
Yeah, I seen 86.
That was Top Rank right there. So
that's what I said. Hey, Al Rahim should have hit me up yesterday.
Yeah,
I was going to go out there. I didn't get a ticket on time, but I know they were selling them at the door, so I was like, "Damn, I might go."
Listen, check it out, right?
New camera woman right here too.
Nice.
Hey, Skywalker, bro.
So look,
they
didn't even know I was coming. So when I got to the fight, I called the coach, Coach Hunt. I said, "Yo,
yeah,
me and my boy here, because my boy is how I met him."
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, it was me, him, and his son, my godson. So I called him and said, "Look, We parking. He's like, oh, you came down? He's like, all right, I'm gonna try to look y'all out. So we go. He bring us some bands out to get in.
Okay.
So he's like, I can't get y'all in early, but I got some bands for y'all. So when they start letting people in, so I see the promoter chick, Bad Girl Promotions. I think her name is Nikki or something.
Okay.
And she was like getting some people in, like, yo, come on. So I was like, yo, what's up? I'm like, you ain't gonna do that for Pro Se? She's like, oh, you the guy with the gloves, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, all right, come on. And she took us in. You know what I'm saying? So
that was that.
It worked out good. You know what I'm saying? And I went directly to the back with the fighters.
Ladies love Cool J, man.
Oh, no question. I mean,
he was on the squad, bro. We need the bands, bro.
Yo, listen, man.
We need them. We need the lanyards.
Listen,
with the
if it's
on the inside for the, you feel me?
If it's some ladies, listen,
like we do.
If it's some ladies involved, you know what I'm saying? I would much rather deal with the women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a fact. You know
all day.
Yeah.
No,
but I went right in the back, you know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing I can say about like the Upton boxing guys, you know, Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, they're probably one of the top teams in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, just from a popularity standpoint, right? But when you meet those guys, bro, they are super down to earth.
Down to earth.
I've never seen, like, I've watched them. Like, I've been in places, they never turn down nobody taking pictures, saying hello to everybody. They are super down to earth. Like, you wouldn't even know. Like, they don't even act famous. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, and they got
Rise podcast, and
they was there.
Like,
they was there.
Yeah, you want to come up here and ask me a question? Here, drop a link and go up there and talk to Coach Calvin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
they came late.
Oh yeah,
I saw them yesterday. They was there.
They do that. They do that kind of stuff, bro. They're for the people.
Man, them guys, bro. Them guys are super duper down to earth. When I first met Calvin, we had a conversation. I told him I was coming down. I told him when Josiah Giles fought for an MD Live. And he met me at the gym on a Saturday. He opened the gym up. It's just me and him and the whole Upton boxing. We talked for like an hour about different things, different possible business things. Super cool, bro. And then when I was leaving, he was like, wait a minute. Like, we got to take some pictures. We got to do the promo thing. He lining up the gloves. Super cool, bro. Super. And Coach Kenny the same way, bro. They just regular guys, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up too. And, you know, they're at a lot of amateur events. They come to ours here in DC, and they put in that same work with the amateurs too. So you see them out there on the scene heavy.
Like last night, they warming up the fighters in the back, doing the pads with them.
Not only do they make themselves available in the community, they make themselves available on YouTube, man. Subscribe to the Rise podcast. Good people over there, man. And,
you know, some people are just like that. They're just down to earth people. Like they don't act, you know, they don't act like Tank Davis is their fighter. They just act like regular guys in the gym.
Yep.
Coaches. Super cool.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Yeah, you don't get that ego with them. So that's all.
Like I watched Calvin like walking through the crowd yesterday, and people like, "Oh, coach, can you mind if I take a picture?" He stopped, say hello to everybody. I never seen him turn nobody down in the few times that I've been around him.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah, and then you get some of these fighters and stuff. You get around, and it's like, clown. You know what I mean?
Hey, watch out, Pro Say. One of these times you're gonna look up. You're gonna be looking at the TV. I'm gonna be right there, ringside.
Oh no! I thought you were about to say something. I thought you were about to say one of those fighters was gonna do something too. That's what I thought you was about to say.
You gonna see me out, man. I'm trying to do something for this Keyshawn fight, man. It's
I'm thinking
about coming down.
Yo, listen.
Put your credentials in, bro. I'll help you.
Listen. Can see that it's for Top Rank is funny because I'm gonna tell you here at the Prudential Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say if there's a box, it's a promoter here, Cornflake. He's actually a fighter too. Thomas Lamont, he's a middleweight.
Yeah,
but he does shows. He has Rising Stars promotion. So let's just say he does an event at the Prudential Center, or Vito Milanicki. He did a show at the Prudential Center. Yeah. You could hit up the Prudential Center and ask for credentials. Like,
okay,
I'm a photographer or whatever. You know what I mean? And they'll grant it or deny it. But when Top Rank has a show, they'll tell you got to call Top Rank. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. They do it like that. I've had good experiences with Top Rank. Out of all the ones I've gone to, they
didn't show me no love. I tried their chin.
Oh yeah.
But it was a situation where I think what happens is whoever handles the credentials, you know, they have their usuals. Like they know. Like,
Yeah.
It depends on the event too, bro.
Right.
If the event is real big, bro, and you're cool at these other ones, and you're not gonna go to the big one and shit.
Now I have went to a top rank. I think it was a press conference at the Prudential Center when Shakur fought there one time, and that's when I first met Leon. But I go in there and I'm like, you know, you got to go up the stairs, but they got the table with all the credentials and things, and I'm like, so I walk in and, you know, fortunately it was a lady. I'm like, how you doing? She like, how you doing? I'm like,
hey.
She like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going upstairs. She said, who you with? I said, I'm with everybody. She was like,
if you want them golden
she wanted to
boy,
let me go.
If you want them golden boy credentials, you had to have that banana hammock and some fish, some fish.
I don't think I've ever been to a golden boy event.
You have to have them. I'm gonna get you sucker heels.
You know, they doing a rematch of Oshaki Foster and Kasesi out up at the Turning Stone.
That's November, right?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
That's far up there. It's far.
It's not a super bad drive though. Certainly,
you been there before?
I've been there a few times. You know, that's one of the first the first big fight I went to that was out there was Lucas Matisse and Ruslan Provatnikov back in 2015.
That was a banger too.
Yeah. Hey, I like Turning Stone in terms of just the venue and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to you know, I gotta send my gloves up there because you know they got their own commission because they're on the reservation, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so you know, same thing with like Foxwoods and all that. You gotta send your stuff like to the Mohicans, so you gotta send it to them directly. But you know, that's like with New York, I wound up sending them 5 pair of gloves. And had to wait a year and a half almost.
No, they're very strict.
And next I'm gonna do Nevada too. With Nevada, you gotta send an 8 ounce or 10 ounce. You gotta send like a schematic of the glove, and you also gotta send all your insurance information. It's a little process, but I got everything. I'm gonna actually do that. I might do that this week.
You should do Arizona, bro. They've been doing a lot of fights, I noticed.
Yeah, you know I want to do. And see, some of these states are different because it depends on the state. Some just check it on the spot. Like Virginia is one. I think Georgia is one. You don't have to submit it to the commission. The commissioner just checks the gloves on the spot. So yeah. But I want to do the big states. I want to do Nevada, Cali. I want to do Texas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should do Arizona, bro. I'm telling you, man. They've been going there a lot.
Yeah, I gotta find out what the process is because, like I said, they may be one of those states that just check them on the spot.
Yeah. Out of all the states that border me, bro, that's the state that gets the most boxing, bro. Compared to Colorado, they don't get nothing. Utah don't get nothing.
Yeah.
Texas is good, but it's not. I wouldn't say like. I don't know. For being such a big state, bro, it could be better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But getting approved in New York was big though, finally.
Yeah. It is. Because they're probably one of the more stricter ones for sure.
Right. Because we'll see what they do. And the reason why it took so long, I submitted gloves to them last May. But they have these like they have to check the gloves in the office, like weight or whatever. The commissioner or the director has to approve them. Then they have to present them in front of a commission. But they only have these meetings like once every quarter. And they've been so backed up that it took them almost like 15 months to have a meeting. So that's why it took me so long. I'm hitting the dude once every couple of weeks. It's gonna be this month. We pushed it back. And finally it happened last week or whatever. So yeah.
They persisted. No, there's some way to go right there.
It's a pain though, man. And it's funny because I had an opportunity because the guy that beat the what's my guy name? David Jimenez, who fought the little dude Scrappy on the Barclays fight.
Yeah.
He's worn my gloves overseas twice. And he would have worn them on that was the Devin Haney fight. He would have worn them on that card, but they wasn't approved yet.
Oh yeah.
That was a missed opportunity. Bro.
Yeah, he got that dub. That was a big one.
Man. He beat Scrappy.
He beat Scrappy, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's a big dub to him. Yeah, that would have been dope right there.
I was at that fight too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at that fight. That's when Devin got beat up.
Oh,
hey, what do y'all? I be wondering sometimes what y'all be thinking when y'all be picking the fighters y'all be picking on our in our prediction league. I'll be curious sometimes. How'd y'all do this past weekend?
Sometimes I'll be last minute. I don't even look at stuff.
I assume you did some winning this week.
Man, hey, listen, man.
I did good, bro. I did 12 out of 50, you know, so I did pretty good.
Yeah, I'm consistent.
You did 12 out of 50?
Yeah.
That's not good.
12 out of 50 is good.
12?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fucking horrible, bro.
Ooh.
How many you had, Ernest?
And you asking about? Hey, listen.
Hey, I'm third place in knockouts, so I got 7 KOs this season.
That's good.
I mean, I'm top 3 everything, really.
No, but out of like, do y'all bet on the same pool?
I'm like
is it,
fourth. Listen, I've been in the on the top, the second, third, no farther than 5th.
so let me ask you a question. Is it the same thing out of 50?
Yeah, it was 70 something last season, but we had some people that did some funny stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many how many you got out of 50? He got 12. He said, how many you got?
I'm like 2, 3, 4.
No,
I'm not asking what place are you in.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
No, not overall, but I'm talking about.
I'm not asking what place. I'm saying
last week.
Fights. How many did you predict correctly?
So this last weekend I only got one wrong, and that was the upset.
But it wasn't 50 fights.
I'm about to,
It's 50 in the pool.
50 people I was like in 12th place, bro, or something like that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are 50 people in there doing it. I guess 50 something or something of that nature. But it depends on the week-to-week basis how many fights it is. I don't know. It's like 12, 13, something like that this week or somewhere in that range. I know.
But you know what? That's a good way to stay up on top of the boxing, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a great way.
Champ Ross in the chat right now.
I know about all the fights already coming up thanks to Champ Ross, bro. You guys, hey, speaking of that, man, that's a good time to talk on this, guys.
Who was Champ Ross? That's the guy that runs the league.
That's the thing. Every time we talk about the fantasy league, we're like halfway through the season. We got 1 week left, like he's saying, right? If you guys want to join the league, put the info in, Champ Ross, please, bro. This league.
Why don't you get him up here?
It's free. He can come up. I put the link in the chat, bro. The chat.
Get him up here
the whole time.
Hey, I got that Thomas Matisse pick wrong.
Talk to him all the time on Messenger, bro. Champ Ross.
He was gonna beat him.
Yeah.
Where Champ Ross from?
California.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that Villa fight, man, that Villa had a hit. That'd have been clean up on aisle 3.
It's on Facebook, Raheem.
They were on some BS. They be doing that down there.
What's the name?
They stop it on a cut, but it was
Facebook,
a cut that actually
Champ
did.
Ross Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. Fantasy Boxing Prediction League. That's what it's called. Fantasy Boxing Prediction League.
Oh yeah, Champ says we got to get Pro Say in the league.
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna win. You
gotta bro. You gotta put your picks in, bro. He'll remind you too. He'll be like, "Where's your picks, fool?"
Hey,
thanks for reminding me.
Hey, my records speak for itself. You feel me? Like that stuff I be on here talking. I'm talking it. There's something behind that. There's research. There's hours spent studying fighters.
I believe you.
Yeah,
no,
I believe you.
Yeah, it is. We wait for the weigh-ins to put our picks in too, bro. Because you can see when people are sick, bro. You can see when the weight cut's not right on a fighter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what I said, I went with Laura KO 10.
Oh yeah.
KO9. I be picking fights that people don't. I feel like they just be overlooking it or just listening to the mumbo jumbo.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hearing none of that noise out there.
I picked Garcia foolishly, but I was thinking Laura's gonna wake up old overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a bad one right there to pick for sure. But
yeah,
Garcia was zombie in there.
Wow.
Champ dropped the link in the chat.
Yeah, it's right here, guys.
Free to play. Check that out. Fantasy Boxing Predictions League.
Yeah, man. We have prizes.
I'm about to say, is there anything at stake, like for the top people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a WBC belt that he gives to the winner, and some other things.
Cash and a belt.
Yeah.
I'll support them belts.
We got 4 categories. We got picked all correct for the season. We got majority decision, split decision category.
Knockouts.
We have a knockout category, and we have an overall category. So we have four categories that you get scored on.
No, but I think that's an effective way for people that's in the boxing media to kind of like, stay up on their boxing and stay
Yeah,
familiar with people.
and the people who usually get all of them right, they should be able to pick like who the pound for pound is.
Subjectively.
Like, based off of your winning percentage and how correctly you predict the fights. We ain't talking about you greasing somebody's pocket type stuff.
Right.
You actually looking at the skill level and trying to figure out who's gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and how they're gonna do it.
No, I feel where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah, we out here talking real slimy because they have an affinity for whoever it is they're supporting.
Mm-hmm.
Pick the winner.
Hey, I'm gonna get put in a hard place here real soon. We interviewed a dude, and I just I don't think I don't think that he has what it's gonna take to beat the person he's gonna fight. Yeah. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna support him and his endeavors and all that stuff, but in the league, I'm not picking him to win the fight because I'm trying to win.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Raheem,
that's better for him.
Look what Champ Ross has to say. He said, I got the last belt I'm giving out, but it's usually cash I give out, and some folks donate also. So sometimes we throw money. I haven't done it. I need to send a donation, but when we donate, bro, he usually gives it out, bro. He'll be like, there's an extra $40 that somebody could win for picked all correct this week, or we do stuff like that, and then so a lot of the donations, man, he puts back.
Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll
even you can give out some. You can give out some gear, bro, as a donation.
Maybe I'll do like some trunks or something for a winner for the week or something.
Yeah,
I'll be interested in doing something like that.
Pair of gloves, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some trunks
in the future.
I gotta save my gloves for the knockouts, bro.
Yeah. I know you probably got some shorty you'd have made a fit for.
Oh no, I want to get some more women involved, bro. I've done some women in Texas, but yeah, I definitely want to do some more women stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, Raheem, what? So you're already familiar with the James guy down in Nashville? Why not? I mean, why not be the person who does the outfits and the gloves? So you ain't got to see the person coming there with them Dollar General fits on. Everybody can have something that's fresh.
Listen. I agree with you, right? But check this out. Some of the stuff that goes on, my answer is don't ask me, ask them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta put some stuff on paper and submit a proposal, and maybe go get an elevator speech to be like, hey, look, this is what we need to do right here. Nobody else is doing this. You want to be the first to do it, or you want the train to leave?
I've had conversations like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
then
I just keep going, bro. I just keep going.
That's their loss. That's right.
This is a good moment to ask, man. Josh made this fight poster, and it always bugs me when I put it up because we got Tobias up there, him and Vince. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna do something for Tobias, bro. I want to make him those gloves. I know you've been having problems with your guy out there, man.
Man, you don't even know.
We're trying to make custom gloves for a fighter, guys. We promised them, and you know what I mean? Like a promise, so I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet, guys.
I'm having some issues
because we're having issues.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm actually in the process of a pivot, but I'm having some issues with my with my glove guy, man. And you ever been in a situation where if something goes wrong, you don't have no recourse? It's almost like nothing you could do.
There's no plan B.
Hey, how about this though, Raheem?
There's no contingency.
What happens if we get an all-white pair though? All-white pair of Pro Se with your brand, your logo there. You know what I'm saying? The diamond rocking. You know what I'm saying? Pretty ass pair of Pro Se, just plain. And we pay for the what is it? What kind of printing is it? You need for that?
Like I said, that will probably have to be that might have to be digitally print.
You need a digital print on each front, right? We don't have to do the whole glove. We could do the front, right? Like the front to where what you see, right? And have everything else white.
It could be done. It just got to be. It's not like I could take a pair of gloves that I have now and do it. It has to be made that way.
Right.
Oh, it has to be made that way. So you can't take a plain white pair.
All that stuff is done. All that stuff is done overseas.
Scott,
it's not done. Like I can't take a pair of gloves and be like, "Yo."
There's no kind of shops that exist in the United States where we could take.
It probably is. I don't know of any, but I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually from stretch.
Skywalker, that's real tricky business, man. Because you know, with my clothing line, it took me that was the one thing that took me a long time, was to find the right manufacturer that would produce the right sort of material with different balances. That's one of the toughest things to do. And then you get that person. If mine's in the States, so I got my stuff locally sourced, right? But if you got to go through Pakistan or you got to go through India or somewhere, you got to deal with their customs. Sometimes boats get stuck at ports, and you can't get the stuff off the containers off the ship. Bro, it'd be a whole lot of stuff that causes
more than that too. Like, look, it took. I'm still having issues with clothing and stuff, and I've been dealing with the same people because you know different materials fit differently. You know how it goes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's constant, right? But then on top of that, you know, we're here, they're there, right? So, you know, it's a lot of lies. I'm going to do this. I'm going to mail it today. Today turns to tomorrow. Tomorrow turns to next week. So that's the issue I'm dealing with. Not picking up the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Some of those places, Ibrahim, you got to actually physically make the trip to the country to see the factory.
No, listen. Trust me. You might pop up one day and you might see me on Instagram like, welcome to Pakistan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But right now it's like a situation. And see, part of my issue is the guy that does my gloves, right? We have, you know, we've been through a little ups and downs in terms of the style and all that, the padding. But right now we got it. I'm super satisfied with it, right? And now he wants to fuck up. You know, fighters like it, right? So now I'm trying to find somebody. I got somebody else that I'm trying to like coach into making the same thing, but that's going to be hard. You know, it's a project. It becomes a project again. So right now I'm just kind of in between that, but I'm gonna figure it out though.
So do you have proprietary rights over the architecture of the gloves? Meaning the process that you guys went through to make them efficiently made the same exact way. We
collaborated on a design, but I don't have anything in writing that, you know, that I own that, you know, that style or that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get a trademark, a patent and stuff like that in order for you to have.
Yeah. But see, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, right? A lot of these gloves that you see, let's say the most popular brand of glove, right? Whatever y'all may think that is, right? We all probably think it's the same thing, but I'm not going to say it. But it's a lot of those being made there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
They try to offer me that. I get offended.
You should. I mean, dude, there's a lot of businesses that have cookie cutter material. Like you got a white mug. It's the same exact white mug, but you're gonna go and just put something.
Yo, listen, I get messages from manufacturers daily.
Yep.
Oh, brother, I want to work with you, and they'll start sending me like their work, and their work will be some of these brands that you see, like. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be on my like, listen, I got my own stuff. I don't, you know what I mean? And I don't understand why, if you're trying to get business from somebody, if you see that they got a brand, why would you send them pictures of another brand that you're making?
Yeah,
don't do that with me. You know what I'm saying? I got my own stuff. Listen, that's how I'm gonna know when Pro Se finally makes it. When I see some fake Pro Se's.
Yeah.
That's when I know.
Yeah.
It's already somebody already created a Pro Se boxing page. That's not mine. But when I see some fake gloves around here, that's when I know I made it.
Yeah.
And then you know, depending on what mood I'm in, I don't know how that might turn out.
Yeah, man. I hide a lot of my launches for my products. And I don't say nothing until I got the .com, the .net, the Instagram, handle, all those handles got to be accounted for.
Right. Yeah, I have my domain and all that stuff, and I have now I do have my brand trademark, but not the actual, you know, the glove, so to speak. Yeah, I do have a brand trademark, and I trademarked the truck too.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up right there. But yeah, a lot of that stuff factors in, and
Yeah,
that background stuff for sure.
That's
Sure.
where
You gotta have your paperwork straight.
PoppyTuneYayo.com and end up on Skywalker Boxing Media page.
Yeah, but that's cool though. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool. Yo, first thing I thought about when y'all said that, I'm like, I mess around and buy some of these domains from these.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Start taking they.
Like Edgar Berlanga, bro. And,
Edgar Berlanga was just sitting out there. I'm like,
Yeah, that
man.
was cool. That was cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
EdgarBerlanga.com, guys. Go check out EdgarBerlanga.com.
Right.
He's gonna sue him. He said.
I'm about ready to sue sue YouTube.
For what?
So let me tell you why. A lot of y'all ain't catching on the peeping game, but the world is dominated by advertisement. If I pay YouTube so that I have ad-free content, and somebody stops in the middle of you watching their content to give me an advertisement from somebody, I'm paying you so I don't have to see that.
Yep.
So you better get it together. You feel me? Well, you
Yeah.
need to go ahead and cut the boy a check because, you know.
How much you gonna sue him for?
Huh? I mean, you got to make it hurt a little bit. I'll settle.
Of course.
We could talk settlement stuff, but you got to get it right. If I'm paying
Yeah.
you, don't see advertisement. I don't want to hear somebody talking about the blue chew pill in the midst of a regular conversation we have.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, that's the wave. That's what they do because I pay for it as well to not have the ads and for it to go that.
How much does it cost not to have the ads?
I don't even know. Maybe it just comes automatically.
I know the family is like
$10.
$24. I think if you do it like a single person, it's probably around like 18 or something like that.
$18 for what?
A month.
Per month.
And they still showing ads?
Well, creators are building them into their actual videos.
So if I be like, hey, make sure you check out Skywalker's high-rise cleaning business. We charge $150 per window, right? If he does that, he's giving me advertisement, but I'm paying not to hear that.
Yeah, a lot of it's some bogus stuff. Like I don't do it. I've turned down some like a gaming app, like one of those phone games or something like that. Had reached out and they wanted me to make a video about it, but I'm like, why would I make that video and put it on my channel? Nobody watching cares about this app. If I'm a gaming channel, then hey, why not? Then people are here for gaming mostly, but I wouldn't put it in this chat,
Right
on my page.
Hey guys, I gotta get off of here, man. I gotta go run somewhere real quick. I gotta go hop. Go for a drink real quick.
So we telling you to get us a commercial, Raheem, for your material. All you gotta do is people working out in the midst with the gloves and stuff on. Wearing your material, get us some video clips, make a Pro Se commercial. We throw that on the channel if we need to.
I got a guy that I'm supposed to do some shooting with for Pro Se. A young kid that reached out to me, man. He's trying to make his way in the media world. He got all the equipment. He want to do some promo stuff for Pro Se. So I told him we could do it. It's just timing though, man. I'm only one man, y'all. It's rough.
All right, Skywalker.
It's rough.
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, but I'm definitely going to do something because I got some pieces that I actually want to feature in a promotional thing. So yeah.
No, I'm with you there for sure.
It's rough though, man.
Hey.
Yeah, you got to put in a lot of work, money and work. You got to spend money to build it up.
It's been a whole lot more work than money.
Yeah, you get in upside down unless you got the plug.
You know how it is.
Upside down. Yeah, that's every business be like that.
Yeah, so everybody can get something.
Yeah, but it's funny because when I was driving home last night, man, I did some stuff with the director of housing for a particular city in Jersey called Plainfield.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple events with them with the truck. And he sent me a message like 10:30 last night. And he's probably in the 60s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me like 10:30 last night. Are you still up? And I was driving back from DC. And he was like, your name came up in some meetings, man. And I really want you to be a part of my team, with some stuff we got going on in the city. So I want you to make a PowerPoint for me so I could just present it, in this meeting. So I think some, like I tell people, I'm close to something good happening. You know?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know exactly what it is, but I'm close.
Yeah, man. Hey, when you can start, what do you call it? When you can start shipping out some of the responsibilities and getting them off your plate.
Yeah.
If you can start delegating certain tasks, you can free up your creativity.
Yes, that's a fact. I can't wait to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. But you know what? It's like it's funny because, you know, like being that I have to do all this stuff now, I think I'm gonna appreciate it more when it's, you know.
Yeah.
Because trust me, bro, it's like I had said something I had wrote. Imagine being in a corporate board meeting, right? At a table, conference room, right? And everybody around the table with all these different positions is you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I am. You know
Good
what I mean?
perspective right there.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can tell
around the corporate room.
a picture of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have somebody paint something like that. Like everybody's like you looking at you like, okay, give me a report on the accounting, you know, the advertising. Everybody is you.
Let me tell you how brilliant of an idea it is. It's so brilliant that somebody else who was brilliant put it to film. The Nutty Professor. That's what he did. Everybody at the table was him.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody at the table was him.
Right.
Nutty Professor.
Wow. Yeah.
That is funny. That's right, though. All right.
That's next level thinking right there.
Yeah, I should make that into some artwork. That's a good idea, brother.
All you gotta do is tell AI to prompt it. You prompt AI, tell it what you want, and then they'll do it. They'll execute it, depending on which system you're using.
I like that. That'd be a dope piece of art.
Yeah. Well, all right, fellas.
That's it for me too, man. It's almost 11 o'clock, man.
So we can
Skywalker's the only one on West Coast time.
Yeah, man.
Coast, right?
Yeah, he behind us.
He's good. Man, he be getting out here an hour earlier than us.
Yeah, hey man, listen. We did that 11 o'clock p.m. call the other night. That interview, that was.
I couldn't do that one.
Yeah. All right, bro. Till next time, fellas. Salute.
Have a good one, y'all.
All right.